The 1-1 Madison Trojans beat the 2-0 Sand Creek Aggies here at Siena Heights to mark LSN's first football broadcast of the new school year. And it all begins right now here on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The Onset Wildcats are district champions.
All or nothing right here. All or nothing right here. Throws it. And Morenzi pulls off the upset in overtime.
Lenawee Sports and the Michigan High School Athletic Association proudly presents high school varsity football, where tonight we get the pleasure of watching what should be an exciting game between the dominating Sand Creek Aggies and the Madison Trojans as they play to support Touchdowns Against Cancer, a charity dedicated to ending childhood cancer. And as always, it's all part of the season-long race to our state championship.
Good evening, I'm Logan Jenke alongside
Ethan Langton.
And we're here to produce the Madison versus Sand Creek varsity football game. Madison has started off the season very mediocre. They have a 1-1 record after losing their last game against Royal Oak, 35-45. What do you think Sand Creek will have to do to beat the Trojans?
I think that they need to just keep their head in the game, make it live, and just to play very fairly.
Yeah, and Madison, their last game was they lost their last game because they kept getting a lot of flags here at the end of the game that cost them yards and field position. What they need to do to win this game is they need to stay consistent, try not to get any penalties, especially in the fourth quarter or closer to the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly. And from what I've read is that the Sand Creek has been undefeated so far, and I mean, it's all up to this. Hopefully they can stay in the lead, but we don't know until the game.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, though, when you look at the all-time rivalry between these teams, Madison does not have much of an edge. They only have beaten the Sand Creek Aggies 9 times since they started playing against each other in 1970.
Yeah, and yesterday not yesterday, but one of the games when Aggie played against LCS, we saw that they could easily defeat most teams.
Yeah, Sand Creek has the ability to pull out big plays when they need to. And we will now go to break. And after this, we will have Ethan Langton talking with Sand Creek's head coach.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules,
the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
I'm Ethan Langton, and I'm here with Coach Gallagher. So, how do you think your team will do tonight?
Well, we've had a good week of practice. We're coming off a nice win from last week. However, Madison presents a whole lot of challenges. They're really good across the up front offensive and defensive line. They got great skill players. But we just got to execute. We got to limit our turnovers, and we just got to play every play like it's the last play of the game.
Okay. How do you think your boys will perform against Madison?
Well. I'm hoping we can execute at a high level. I'm hoping we can stay disciplined and just focus on our keys, our reads, and do our 1/11th within the structure of all 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams.
Okay. Against the play of LCS, do you think Madison might pull off some of those after going over and reviewing those?
Well, football is a copycat sport where you find what teams do well and where teams struggled, and you try to exploit that. So I'm prepared for anything. Our team's prepared to see different fronts, different offensive sets. But I think Madison will stick to what they do. They do it well, so there's no reason to divert from that.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time and answering the few questions.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, yep, thank you. We'll be back, and I will be throwing to Logan Jenke interviewing the coach of Madison.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
So Coach Wallace, what do you think will be key to defeating the Aggies here tonight?
Well, I think we just need to be consistent, eliminate mental errors, and don't give up big plays. And that's our focus. We just need to execute our game plan, and that's our focus. Been our focus the entire week. It'll be our focus the entire year.
Do you think playing on a university field here at Siena Heights will be different from playing on the high school field?
Well, this is our second week playing at a college stadium, and that's not really important. We just got to go out and play. It doesn't matter where we're playing or what time we're playing. We need to go out and execute our game plan and make sure our kids are enjoying it while they do it.
All right. And do you have any specific players you're hoping to get big plays from, or are you hoping it's going to be more of a team effort?
Yeah, I just want to see us be consistent across the board. Play 48 minutes of football. Doesn't really matter who makes the plays. We just need to execute the game plan and make sure our kids are being consistent for 48 minutes.
All right, thank you. All right, and when we come back, we'll have the first kickoff to start the game here at Siena Heights.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
All right, and to start the game, Vince Williams will be kicking off for Madison, and number 11, Vince Williams, is getting ready to kick the ball off to start the game.
Yep, 11 is kicking off.
The Alex. And a ball is off, and it goes out of bounds. That will place San. Oh, at their own 35.
Yep.
So Sand Creek will start with the ball at their own 35 since the kickoff went out of bounds.
Yep.
First and 10 to start the game for the Sand Creek Aggies. And here we go. Madison's defense is set up, and it looks like Sand Creek's offense is set up as well.
Yep. Oh. Moving one off and bringing 44 in.
They will be taking Cameron Merrill out of the game and putting in Caleb Verlind, a wide receiver. Yep. So it looks like they'll be running with a different wide receiver than the one that came out on the field. Yep. And that will be second down for the Sand Creek Aggies. Second and 7.
Yep. All right.
Remember, you can chime in whenever you want.
I can't see what number that is.
And they're getting ready to hike the ball again. Hopefully Madison can is out of bounds.
Yep.
That will be a long run for John Alexander. Dragged out of bounds by Max Palpance. That will be a Sand Creek first down. Yep, that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Sand Creek Aggies. Yep. Ball on their own 39. That's 2 strong running plays to start off the game for the Aggies. They're going with so far at least they're going with a ground-based attack. Will it keep working for them, or will the Trojans begin to wisen up? Flag thrown on the field.
Looked like for 88 on Madison.
It looks like it will be for that'll be an offsides against the Madison Trojans, and it'll be 1st and 5 for the Sand Creek Aggies. This is similar to what happened at the end of their last games, where they kept giving up stupid penalties, and that ended up costing them the game.
Yep.
So first at 5, Sand Creek is on their own 46. They're near midfield already after starting on their own 35. He's going. The 20. He's brought down. That will be a big run for William Alexander, the 5'11" running back. That'll be a first down for the Aggies. Ball on the. That was almost scary for the Trojans. Good thing they managed to bring him down. We have 11 minutes left in the first. Brought down by number 4, Derek Allen, for a second down. So it'll be a 1-yard gain for John Alexander. Or 1-yard loss for John Alexander, my bad. They seem to be relying on the Alexander brothers a lot to start this game, especially with their speed and strength in their running game.
Yep.
Second and 11, ball on the Madison 19. Aggies are within scoring range. They are within the red zone.
And 12 was taken down when he tried to do a running.
And that will be Will Alexander brought down for the Sand Creek Aggies.
Yep.
As I said, they seem to be relying a lot on the Alexander brothers, Will and John.
Yes.
Do you think that strategy will help keep them with do you think that strategy? Went for another running play.
Yep.
That was number 14.
Which was John Alexander.
And it will be 4th and 2 for the Aggies on 13. Will they go for it or will they send out their kicker?
I think they're going to go for it.
4th and 3, my bad. 4th and 3, ball on the 11, and it looks like they're going for it. Nice. Which is not. It's local sports coverage that airs on LISD TV. Overseen by instructors and operated by our students, LSN offers live sports broadcast experience to all high school students within the Lenawee Intermediate School District. If you would like to join the team, please email us at lisdtv@lisd.us. You know, you're a student that volunteered at from the LISD TV, from the LISD Tech Center. What do you have to say about the Tech Center?
It seems like a really good program. I mean, it's all hands-on. It's not like your regular your programs at school where they make you sit down and work. It's actually hands-on.
And just to get it out there for the people watching, what class are you in?
I'm in video and audio.
What? We're on 4th and 3 with the ball on the Madison 11.
Oh, and they handed it straight to 14 again. 14's
John
running.
Alexander, and he will run in for a touchdown. That'll be 6-0, 6-0, Sand Creek Aggies.
Others are moving from behind to the sides, not moving straight up the middle.
Right.
Oh, and another flag
is thrown on the. So they will put the ball closer to the goal.
Oh, and they're switching out. 7:44.
right. So this might change their strategy. They might go for 2 now that they have less distance to cover after that offsides penalty by the Trojans.
Yes.
And it looks like they just...
And it looks like 14 and 12 are staying behind.
So they could just throw it to either one of them. They both proven to be capable.
And 12 took it and ran straight through the middle.
And they didn't.
Again, touchdown.
And they got the 2-point conversion, so it's actually 8-0 Aggies.
Yep.
So not a good defensive start for the Trojans, just a strong march downfield led by the Alexander brothers and their running.
As we're waiting for the footballs, we would like to thank
Technical and college-bound programs are soon throughout the Lenawee County School District. The Tech Center offers everything from engineering to dental aid, robotics, to even the culinary arts. 26 programs in all. Students really get a chance to try a career path and even get college credits before they graduate. The Tech Center is where your future begins. So now after the touchdown and 2-point conversion, it is 8-0 Aggies. They will be kicking off to the Trojans. The last kickoff went straight out of bounds, and the Aggies started their drive on their own 35, which they turned into a touchdown led by the Alexander brothers and their running.
It looks like 7. Noah Benji is kicking for them.
And it's a blue kick. Oh, and he drops it. That'll be Derek Allen dropping it, but he picks it back off, and he's going. He is going. Looks like he'll be brought down at the 45, 44-yard line. That is a good run by Derek Allen of the Madison Trojans. It was almost, that was a good, it was a good mental, he almost made a mental mistake to start the run by dropping the ball, but he managed to pick it up and gain quite a bit of distance with the run.
Yes.
And that will be a tackle for, and that'll be a, and Madison will start the drive. And Madison will start their offensive drive. What? Oh, so they'll start their drive at the 36, at their own 36, which, to be fair, is still a yard less than Sand Creek started with, but definitely not where they hope to start.
Yep.
After that impressive run by Derek Allen. So after seeing
don't know. I mean, they have to get around.
And they're
them.
running it by number 7, Noah Benji of the Aggies, to bring down the Trojans.
See, they accidentally mistaken because 12 was on that side, and 12 seems to be one of the faster guys.
Will Alexander, one of the guys that led their offensive drive.
So when they went around, he immediately sprang into action and got the guy down.
Mm-hmm. And it is 2nd and 10, and Madison looks like they're ready to try it again.
So it looks like 53 is going to hike.
Yep. You see number 33 standing out there on his own, and they're Third and 7 for the Trojans. They have not had a good start to this game on the defense or offensive end.
Nope.
They just can't seem to get anything going against the Aggies. Isaiah Cazares with the run. Well, that'll be enough for a first down, so it'll keep their drive alive after being forced to 3rd and 7.
And Madison is getting some very good distance from when to get to the Aggie side.
It seems Madison and Sand Creek are operating on similar ideologies, both operating with a run-heavy offense.
Yep.
Neither team has thrown a pass yet this game. And it's another handoff. So it will be 2nd and 9. He did gain a yard on that run. Second and 9. And Sand Creek will call a timeout.
Yep. Lastly, we would like to thank the Generally Corporation owners of the 2 McDonald's locations in Adrian and the one in Hudson for their donation to our crew. A special thanks to the owners Mike and Rust Bobman and the regional because that's a school.
Yeah. Oh well. And Madison is in the huddle. Sand Creek knows what defense they're going with. We'll see what Madison does to try and get past Sand Creek's defense. It's been holding pretty strong. They don't have any major running. They don't seem to have any major players that they can go to, like Sand Creek has the Alexander brothers.
Yeah. And those boys are speedy. So it looks like 12 Will Alexander is actually standing behind, waiting for the hike.
This might be it. Yep, here we go. We have the first pass of the game, and the whistle is blown. There will be a flag thrown on the field. We'll see what it's for. And it'll be a false start for the Trojans, so that'll push them back 5 yards. 2nd and 13. Again, this is what cost them their last game: is these bad penalties that they have no reason to be getting. So we'll see if they try to go with the pass again, or if they try to go with the run instead, since Sand Creek knows the pass.
Yep.
And it looks like they'll be throwing, and it looks like they'll be hiking to Max Palpan to throw the ball. Yep. And he's in the pocket, and he launches it to Derek Allen, who's going.
Men behind, as they know that the other team will try to go around, just like they were like Trojans, or not Trojans.
Suarez, who was brought down. It'll be a 2nd down and 7 for the Trojans. We're already almost halfway through the first quarter, and it is still 8-0 Aggies here at the Siena Heights football field. And they will be getting ready to hike the ball. It'll be hiked to Palpan, given to Derek Windish for the run, and he's
down.
And he is. The Trojans, ball on the Sand Creek 21. After having a slow start in offense where they were brought to 3rd and 7, that's 2 first down plays in a row for the Trojans. And it'll be number 13, Rovon Roberts, getting ready to hike the ball for the Trojans. And it's hiked to the quarterback, given to 20. No, it's dumped back, but the Trojans, but the Aggies will get him behind the line. That'll be a huge loss of yards for the Trojans. It was Max Palpan brought down, and it'll be 2nd down for the Trojans. Second and 17. That's not what they were hoping to see at all. I think this definitely qualifies as a passing down there.
Yep. So it looks like 13 is hiking again to 2.
Rovan Roberts hiking to Max Palpants.
Oh.
They handed it. On that run, 3rd and 15 on the Sand Creek 26. So provided Madison doesn't gain any yards here, do you think they go for the 41-yard field goal on 4th down?
I think they will try to, but if they don't change their strategy, then they might be taken out by Will or John Alexander.
He juked out a man. He's on the 15. Never mind, it won't be a first down. And 8 seconds left in the first quarter. And it looks like Madison will try to pick up the 1 yard that they need to keep their drive alive. Here they go. They're handing it off. And he's going. He is. Oh, he dropped it, but he got it back. Will that count as a touchdown? And
I really don't know at this point. They might, but it just depends on how they want to play it.
And it looks like they'll be going for the 2-point conversion for the tie.
2 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock. Oh.
He doesn't. And while we're waiting for the teams to prepare for the next kickoff, we will throw to break. When we come back, we'll have.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark.
I guess. I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
And here we go. We are back. We have the Madison Trojans getting ready to kick it off to the Sand Creek Aggies. The score is currently 8-6 with 2:51 left in the first quarter. The Trojans tried to go for the 2-point conversion after the touchdown, but they failed, so the Sand Creek Aggies will retain the lead. And that will be number 11, Vince Williams kicking it off for the Trojans. And the ball is up. They aim it towards the sideline, and it'll bounce right out of bounds. I honestly don't know what the Trojans are trying to do with these kicks that are going directly out of bounds.
Don't know.
Hopefully the Trojans' defense has improved after the Alexander brothers just stormed down the field last drive.
Yeah. They're one of the fastest kids on this field that so far that we've seen. So if Madison doesn't pull out at this time, then I don't know how they're going to recover.
That's thrown. So it'll be 1st and 10. Sand Creek starting from basically midfield, their own 45.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way you could turn that down? Sand Creek getting ready to high kick. We'll see if they do something different or if they keep relying on the Alexander brothers. A flag is thrown and they'll stop the play right after it began.
But before the flag was thrown, it looked like they handed it to number 12, which
that will be Will
Alexander again. So it seems like
and they will call a false start against the Aggies, so it'll actually be 1st and 15. Sand Creek at their own 40-yard line.
Yep.
Not much, but every yard matters in the game of football. And Sand Creek is ready. They gave the ball to Will Alexander, who tried to run, but Madison wrapped him up tightly, like a Christmas present. So it won't be much of a gain for the Aggies, but it'll be a 3-yard gain for Will Alexander, 2nd and 12. Ball on the Aggies 37. Or I lied. Ball on the Aggies 43, my bad. With 2:15 left in the first quarter. And the Aggies are ready. That's Will Alexander with it. And he is running.
Ooh.
And he will be brought down by the Trojans. Brought down by Davion Wheeler, number 74. 3rd and 1 for the Aggies. We'll see if they can pick up that 1 yard that they need to keep the drive going. With less than a minute and a half left in the first quarter, Sand Creek is getting ready to hike the ball. And they hike it directly to Alexander. Oh, and he dropped it. It's a fumble and it will be Trojan ball.
Yep.
So it is 1st and 10 now for the Madison Trojans after the huge turnover by Will Alexander.
With a minute 13 on the clock, the score is 8-6.
With the Trojans gaining possession in good field position, the Sand Creek 39, the Sand Creek 44, my bad.
Yeah.
Yep. So hopefully Madison can make something out of this fumble that they forced.
Mm-hmm.
And they are ready, and they are going. They handed it off.
To 21.
And he's spinning, and he is brought down. That was Isaiah Casares, with the sophomore, with the run.
Yep.
One of 2 sophomores on this Trojans team. The other is Dante Sarasulo, number 22. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Trojans after the 8-yard run by Isaiah Casares. Less than a minute left in the first quarter. Oh, we have an injury on the field.
Yep.
It is a Trojan that is down on the field. Hopefully he's not hurt too badly.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite see what number it is, can you?
No. Number 4, it looked like.
Oh, it'll be Derek Allen that's currently down. He looks like he's unable to stand up. And Coach Wallace is walking out there now to check on his player. After Madison trainer John Babbitt from Athletic Oh, and he's limping as he walks off the field. He needs to be helped by the trainer, John Babbitt.
Yep. Oh, and they put 74 in, it looked like.
Derek Allen was the one who made that huge catch that turned into a touchdown for the Trojans, as well as the impressive kickoff run that was taken back after he had dropped the ball. Hopefully we'll see him back later this game, but it doesn't look like we'll be seeing him again anytime soon.
Nope.
Second and 2. The clock is ticking away. Less than a minute left. 6-8. Sand Creek Aggies with the 2-point lead. And they hike the ball to the quarterback, Max Palpant, who hands it off to number 5, Derek Windish, who is brought down by number 40, Brendan Pickles. 3rd and 1 for the Trojans. 20 seconds on the clock. Will they try to get a playoff before the quarter ends, or will they just go into the second quarter? Less than 10. The clock is ticking away. Now there's less than 10 left. 5. So they will just end the first quarter there. It is currently 8-6. Aggies with a 2-point lead at the end of the first quarter. We will be throwing to break, and after this we'll be throwing to break. And after this, we will come back with the Madison Trojans with the ball. 3rd and 2.
This new mom is struggling to get the skates just right. Now she's holding on for dear life.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
What number is Jackson Marsh?
77.
Oh, okay. Mom, you were right. Are you talking at all, or? Oh, when?
We're not talking. Good. Speakers. This is being recorded.
I know. So they will spot the ball at the Madison 48, and it will be 3rd and 2 for the Trojans as we come back to start the second quarter of this game. It is currently 8-6. Sand Creek with a 2-point lead over the Madison Trojans here at the Siena Heights football field. And they are playing 12 out deep. Sand Creek is playing Will Alexander out deep as the Trojans hand the ball off to number 21, who is brought down. That was Isaiah Casares with the run to start the second quarter. They will spot the ball with a first down for the Trojans. So 1st and 10, ball on
48.
That was Seth Wilson with the tackle for the Aggies to stop the run, but it'll still be a first down for the Trojans. Ball on the Trojans 46. And they will hand it off. No, it'll be a play action. Palpat with the throw, caught, and it will be brought down. That
by
was
30.
By 22. It was Dante Sarasulo, the other sophomore, with the catch, brought down by Tylen Waltz of the Sand Creek Aggies. And the Trojans are getting ready to start the ball. The ball is on the Sand Creek 29. And they will hand it off to Isaiah Sarasulo with the ball, or Isaiah Casares with the ball again. And he is going to be brought down by Seth Fairchild. And it will be 2nd and 8, 2-yard gain for Isaiah Casares. Madison is keeping it really varied here, is varying up their offense here, but doesn't seem to be throwing the Aggies off very much.
No, it's not.
And Palpan is forced to scramble. The ball is hit.
Ooh,
Intercepted by the Aggies.
Looked like number 12,
No,
which was
it'll just be ruled an
Alexander.
incompletion. Lucky break for the Trojans there. That was almost an interception.
Yep. If he was just there 2 seconds earlier.
Mhm. So it'll be Madison with a 3rd and 8 after the almost interception thrown by Max Palpan after he was forced to scramble.
Mhm.
And Palpan will throw it to number 21, Isaiah Casares, who will be brought down. I don't think it'll be enough for the first down. Yeah, no, it'll be a 4th down and 4 for the Trojans. They can either go for it and risk their drive, or they can just take the field goal, and if they make it, they have a 1-point lead.
Mhm.
What decision would you consider taking if you were the Trojans right now?
Refigure out what we're going to do, because the Aggies have almost a flawless
And the
game, and
the player who made the catch that turned into their last touchdown was injured and taken off the field. That was Derek Allen earlier in the first quarter.
Yep.
Oh, and he will be sacked, so that will be a turnover on down. Sand Creek ball. 1st and 10. Sand Creek starts with the ball on their own 23 after they force the Trojans to turn it over on downs. 24-yard line for the Aggies to start on. And they will blow the whistle to stop the play. It doesn't look like there's a foul for... No, it will be Madison calling a timeout, so we will throw to break. And after we come back, we'll have it at Sand Creek.
Branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
you know what's very interesting is that Sand Creek is a 2-0. Last game was 31-28 victory over LCS. And if they can do that, they can definitely do that here on the field.
Yeah, it's Sand Creek, especially if you consider how Sand Creek started their first game, a 55-0 victory over Quincy. Just a complete blowout by the Aggies to start their first game. While Madison is just 1-1. Sand Creek is getting ready to hike the ball. And
flag was thrown.
We have a flag on the play. Offsides against the defense, so it'll be 1st and 5 for the Aggies. Ball on their own 29. That's 3 penalties this game for at least for this game for the Trojans. I don't think I'm missing any.
I think there was 4.
My bad.
3 in the first quarter, and then 1 now.
Yep, my bad. And they will be, and they will wrap him up and force him backwards. Forcing it backwards pretty far, but they can never bring him down, so the ref just blows the whistle to end the play. That'll be a huge loss of yards for the Aggies.
And that's number 12 of the Trojans, Will Alexander.
On the Trojans.
Yep.
Skylar Lamley with the tackle.
Yep.
So they'll rule it as 2nd and 7 after the tackle by Skylar Lamley.
Score is still 8-6.
2 turnovers forced in a row. If you remember, Madison started that drive after a fumble by Will Alexander, but then the Sand Creek Aggies just forced a turnover on downs.
Mm-hmm.
And another flag is thrown.
We'll see what the call is. Offsides against Madison, so 2nd and 2. So Sand Creek isn't having to work very hard to gain these yards so far, since the Trojans keep jumping off sides. Oh, and that was number 58, I believe, Ryan Fisher with another offside, so it'll be 1st down for the Aggies. So it'll be an automatic 1st down for the Aggies. That was a bad jump. And they will take number 51. That will be Christian Rowland out and put in number 12, Skylar Lamley. Christian Rowland is a junior. Skylar Lamley is a senior. And they hand it off to No, he drops it, but he picks it back up and he's running. Oh, and that will be John Alexander, who almost made him another mistake, just like his brother earlier in the game.
Yep.
It'll be Davion Wheeler with the tackle again to bring John Alexander down. And it will be 2nd down for the Aggies.
Oh, looks like number 12 is talking to the coach.
And we have and number 12, Will Alexander, will come in for the Aggies. It'll be a 1st down. And the Aggies are getting ready to hike the ball. And they hand it off to number 5, who is he breaks the tackle. That was number 5, Jacob Alston with the run. With a 4-yard gain brought down by Davion Wheeler. 2nd and 6 for the Aggies, a 4-yard gain by Jacob Alston. That was one of very few runs this game for the Aggies, not run by one of the Alexander brothers.
Yeah.
Do you think that reliance on the Alexander brothers will keep them going, or do you think it'll come back to bite them?
I think it's going to come back to bite them because they insure on them a lot. But
and he's going.
And
that
that's
is
number
John
4,
Alexander,
Xander.
who is brought down, but will it be but will still be a touchdown? No, he was brought down at the 1. Still a huge run for the Aggies. It'll be 1st and goal. As we were saying, the reliance on the Alexander brothers.
I think it will sometime come bite them because they rely too much on them. But who knows?
The Madison offense looks eager to get back out on the field. Sand Creek on the 1. Will they be able to punch it in here? Will Alexander, he does. He manages to juke pass both lines to get in for the touchdown. 14-6, Sand Creek.
Looks like Will Alexander is John Alexander actually is being taken off the field. And Will Alexander too.
The Alexander brothers
both
being taken off the field for the, and it looks like they'll just go for 1 here. And the kick is up, straight down the middle. It is good. So it'll be 15-6. Aggies with a 9-point lead. And at the end of that, we will be throwing to break.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable.
If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
All right, and it is currently 14-6 Aggies, and the Aggies are getting ready to kick it back off to the Trojans.
We're still
Hopefully
7.
the Trojans can make something out of this drive. Their last drive was a turnover on downs in Sand Creek territory.
Still has 17 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock. I hope that the Trojans can pull something off here.
If the Trojans do win, this will be a major upset. The last time the Trojans beat the Aggies was in 2015 with a score of 39-8. I do not think that score will be replicated tonight. Just a hunch.
But who knows?
And here we are. They're getting ready, and the ball is kicked off, and it will be bounced. It will bounce as caught by a Trojan, and who will be brought down around the 37. That'll be Vince Williams, who picked it up, and he was brought down by Jacob Alston. So the Trojans will start the drive with a 1st and 10 on their own 33. The Trojans suffered a major injury here in the first quarter with that injury to Derek Allen, and he had to be helped off the field by the trainer. Yep. Hopefully they can. And it's handed off, brought down by the Aggies for Isaac.
I don't know if number 4 is going to come back on the field soon.
I doubt it. Isaiah Casares was brought down, and it'll be a loss of 1 for the Trojans, so 2nd and 11. Ball on their own 32.
Oh.
Madison is timeout call. The second timeout for Sand Creek is called here, and we will be throwing to break.
The odds of becoming a successful NASCAR driver, 1 in 125 billion. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
That'll be boring. And we are back after the Sand Creek timeout. It is currently 2nd and 11 for the Madison Trojans. They are down 14-6 with 6:50 left in the first half. Their last play was Isaiah Casares being brought down behind the line for a 1-yard loss on a rushing play. And we have the Trojans quarterback, Max Palpant, lined up with what looks like 4 wide receivers. And he throws it to number 21, who will run to the what looks like the 45. That was Isaiah Casares on the reception. First down, Trojans. First and 10 Trojans after the Aggies brought him down. Ball on the Trojans 45. And here we go, Palpant with it. And he's going to tuck and run with it. Brought down at the 46, it looks like. Brought down by Caleb Verlin, number 44. It'll be 2nd and 1, ball on the Aggies 46. The clock is ticking away here. The Trojans will receive the ball after halftime. After the kickoff. Receive the ball after the halftime kickoff. They only need 1 yard to gain the first here. We'll see if they can pull it off. They're getting ready, and it's Palpant with it. They're going to throw it. And the ball is thrown, and it to number 3, Zeus Casares. And it'll be a first down for the Trojans. That didn't look like the most accurate of passes. Zeus had to dive to get it.
Yep.
You have to wonder if that's a similar issue to what the Aggies would be experiencing if they were focusing with a pass-heavy offense.
Yep.
They haven't thrown very many passes, if any, here tonight. Just a strong reliance on the Alexander brothers and their running.
Mm-hmm.
And Palpan rolling out. 11's down, but the ball to 22. That was Dante Sarasulo. He almost had it, but it drops out of his hand.
Yep.
Sarasulo should have had that. It did look like there was an Aggie within 3 yards of him.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the Trojans are aiming pretty good. Like they aren't trying to find their players. They're just trying to throw it to see. And they're kind of hoping that someone's there to catch it.
And whoops, sorry about that. And it looks like they'll be trying to go with another pass play here on 2nd and 10. Palpan, ball to 21, Isaiah Casares. He jukes out 2 people, but is brought down by number
12.
Brought down by number 12,
which is
Will
Willie
Alexander. 3rd down for the Trojans, 3rd and 4. Ball on the Aggies' 42-yard line. The Alexander brothers are really the heart of this Aggies team, on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm. They seem like they're carrying Aggies to victory. With 4 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock.
With 4:16 on the clock, the Trojans will line up with 3rd and 4. They have a motion play. 11, Vince Williams will move. Hand it off to and the Trojans will be brought down. So it'll be... it will be a turnover for the Trojans. So, what? First down, Madison. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball on the Aggies' 27. I lost the ball. No, it's Madison's ball still, actually. My bad. First down, Madison. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Ball on the Aggies' 27 with 3:40 left in the half.
Number 5 looks like they're hiking to
Derek Windish. And it's the same play again. Palpan will fake the handoff and roll out. A pretty deep and inaccurate pass. It looks like the intended target was Dante Sarasulo, number 22.
Mm-hmm.
So Sarasulo wasn't within 5 yards of that pass, it looked like.
Yeah.
So you have to wonder what the Trojans are thinking right now. 2 inaccurate passes after the run for the first down. It was an inaccurate pass or run, then an inaccurate pass, my bad.
Well, we might also be wondering.
And they're running the same play again. This time they hand off. And it is 21 within. He is brought down by the Aggies.
You also have to think what the coach is thinking at this moment.
It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Trojans. Ball on the Aggies' 20-yard line, so they're in the red zone now.
So coach had a little discussion with number 2.
That was the quarterback, Max Palpan.
And 2 enters back in.
And and we'll see what they try to pull here on 3rd and 2. It looks like it'll be a passing play. Williams with the motion, and Palpan with the ball. He is forced to scramble. And it's a fumble, but Madison will pick it back up, so to stay Madison ball. It was picked up by number 11, Vince Williams. Good hustle by Williams to make it to keep it Madison ball and give them the first down.
Yep.
2:30 left in the half. Ball on the Sand Creek 17 for 1st and 10 Trojans. If the Trojans score here, you have to think they'll go for the tie.
Yep.
And if they score before the half. And here we go. Palpan with it. Handed off to Isaiah Casares, who is brought down. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like there's much of a gain, so it'll be second down Trojan.
Yep.
Less than 2 minutes left in the half.
Yep.
The coach talking to the quarterback, Max Palpan, probably giving him the next play to run. They're 15 yards away from the touchdown that they so desperately need. Whistle blown. Timeout called by the Trojans, and we will go to break.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
And we are back from the Madison timeout. That was our last timeout of the half. 2nd and 8 for the Trojans. They are 15 yards away from getting the touchdown. We'll see what both teams decide to run to combat each other.
Looks like the refs are out there contemplating what may or may not happen, and also deciding what could happen at this moment.
Second and 8, and the Trojans will get ready to hike the ball. Vince Williams running. Palpan with it. He will throw it. Caught. By number 13. Rovan Roberts for the touchdown Trojans. 14-12.
With a minute 18 on the clock.
With a minute 18, and you have to think that the Trojans will go for the tie here, the 2-point conversion.
Yes, they will. They need to be able to get up to to be able to win this.
Just a light reminder that the Trojans will be receiving the ball after the halftime kickoff. The Trojans trying to figure out what play they want to run, or if they're going for just a field goal. That'll be 53. Brett Borton hiking the ball, and they will be going for 2, it looks like, to tie the game. Williams with the motion. Palpan with it. He rolls out. And he's running. Will he get in? No, he...
Yes, he got in.
Yes, he will. It'll be tie game. 14-14 after the successful 2-point conversion. Ties the game at 14. That was a huge...
Not yet.
Yeah. No. That was a huge conversion for the Trojans. They really needed that score. They didn't want to be down going into the half. And we'll be throwing to break.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
So after the huge touchdown and 2-point conversion by the Trojans to tie the game at 14, they'll be kicking it off to the Aggies. Hopefully they can prevent the Aggies from getting any kind of offense going in the next minute and 18 seconds.
Yep.
That way it can be tied going into the half.
And it's getting suspenseful because now it is tied. So they just need to break that.
Madison has already put up a better performance to Sand Creek tonight than they did last year. Last year was a 62-6 blowout victory for the Aggies against the Trojans. And number 11, Vince Williams, will be kicking the ball off to the Aggies. You have to wonder, will it be another straight line drive kick out of bounds?
Probably.
And he places it, stepping back. And he's going. And it's up, and it is out. Almost hit a few one of the Trojans there. Ball will be spotted at the at what looks like the Sand Creek 45. First and 10 for the Aggies to start this drive. At the Sand Creek 42, my bad. What do you think Sand Creek's strategy is here? Try to rush down the field and get the touchdown, or do you think they'll take it slow and think just a field goal is enough going into the half?
I think they're going to try to give it to Will Alexander or John Alexander. And probably because they're going to try to see if they can rush it. Because if they can rush it, then they can probably get further.
Yeah, because we haven't seen much of the Sand Creek passing offense here tonight.
Yep. And they did pass to Will
John Alexander with the rush, who will be wrapped up and brought down by the Trojans. Brought down by the kicker, Vince Williams. 2nd and 6.
Yep. With 1 minute on the clock.
Less than a minute left here. We'll see if Sand Creek goes hurry up or is willing to just go into halftime tied.
Looks like they're going to be hurrying it up.
45 on the clock now. Sand Creek hikes it. Will Alexander will throw the ball here, and it will be caught. And he is brought down at what looks like this 18. That was an impressive throw by Will Alexander.
Yes, it was.
So that will bring the Aggies in scoring position.
Ball on the 16 line.
Ball on the 16-yard line. The clock is still ticking, though, so you have to think that they'll hurry up if they want to get the score.
Yep, looks like they're going to do it.
20 seconds left on the clock here. They're ready, and it's...
And that is Will Alexander running the ball.
Rolling out. He will tuck and run.
Ooh.
He dodges a tackle here. He is brought down just shy of the touchdown. 6 on the clock. First, they're on the 1-yard line. 6 seconds left until halftime.
Yep.
And we'll see what Sand Creek decides to do with their limited time here. Did they call a timeout? I missed it. And both teams will be in the huddle here. This is a very important huddle for both teams. The Trojans want to keep it tied going into the half, though Sand Creek is at the 1, and Sand Creek wants to punch in the score.
Looks like Madison's already ready to go, and Sand Creek is still waiting. They're still discussing possibly the play.
This is a very important discussion
here
for
they come.
the Aggies.
Yep.
Try to figure out what they want to do with the ball on the 1-yard line. And it looks like they'll try to punch it in with 6 seconds left in the half. Sand Creek is ready.
Right to Will
John Alexander will get the ball in, and it'll be touchdown Aggies. 1 second left on the clock until halftime. Did he punch it in, or did the Trojans stop him? The refs are having a discussion. No, there will be a penalty on Sand Creek. So the touchdown is reversed. So no score there. It is still 14-14. 1 second on the clock. 1 second on the clock. Sand Creek will have to get the ball 6 yards for the touchdown, or just go for a 21-yard field goal.
Yep.
Which do you think they'll do?
They might try to kick it in.
You think the smartest decision would probably be the field goal, just take the lead before the half.
Yeah, because they only have 1 second on the clock.
We'll see what the Aggies decide to do with their possession. 6 yards away from the end zone. 1 second on the clock. Both teams ready to run their final play of the half. Oh, never mind. It'll be 6 seconds on the clock. The entire play was reversed by the Sand Creek penalty.
Well, I guess they're going to run it.
And they are ready. Oh. No, they'll do an audible and change the play. And it'll be Will Alexander getting ready to throw the ball. He's forced to scramble. Can the Trojans get him? Oh, no! And he will score before the half. That'll be a touchdown, Aggies, 20-14. They get the PAT before the half, so will it be 20? So will they go for 2 or just kick it in?
I think they're going to kick it in.
It was a touchdown. And it looks like the Aggies will go for 2. Try and get a 22-14 lead over the Madison Trojans. John Alexander with it. And he punches it in, so it'll be 22-14 to end the first half. And with that, we will throw to break it. After halftime, we will have the Aggies kicking the ball off to the Trojans.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
And the Trojans will receive the ball after the kickoff. It is picked up by the Trojans, but he has nowhere to go. And that's number 5 who will be brought down. That was Derek Windish being brought down. That is a horrible way to start the half for the Trojans. They're already down by 8, and they have horrible field position to start the second half. Bless you.
Thank you.
They're on their own 4, so they have to not only make it out of this tough situation without giving us something huge, but they have to also make it down to the end of the field.
Yep. And they are trailing way behind.
8 points.
Yep.
So I think that the smartest idea would be for the Trojans to pass.
Yeah, if they don't get at least touchdowns.
Up.
Oh.
Oh, the ball is loose. It will be picked up.
Look. Oh.
It'll be picked up by the Aggies.
Aggie.
It'll be picked up by Sand Creek, and that'll be a touchdown, 28-14.
Yep.
That was definitely not how the Trojans wanted to start the second half.
Nope. Trojans need to get up those points.
Yeah, they gave up a fumble immediately, which was picked up by an Aggie in the end zone.
Yep.
And it looks like they'll be going for 2 to make it 30-14.
Yep.
Try to make it 30-14 at least.
If the Trojans don't get a touchdown soon, this might be the end for them.
And they will throw for 2. That was Will Alexander who ran it in, it looks like.
Yep.
Yep. It'll be 30-14 Aggies.
Yep.
So the Trojans are now down by 16 to start the second half. Coach Wallace really needs to have a talk with his Trojans because that was not the way they want to start the second half, I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
So the Trojans will receive the second kickoff of the second half.
Yep. Oh.
And
Nope.
they will-
It's an Aggie. Oh, Aggie's kicking.
The Sand Creek Aggies are getting ready to kick the ball out to the Trojans.
Looks like number 7 in Aggie.
Noah Benji is kicking. And it's up. And it will land. It'll be picked up by the Trojans. And he gets some good yardage. He'll cross the 30, so better field position than last time for the Trojans. I can say
Yep.
that much.
Yeah, they hardly even got some distance before they got taken down, but now they've been able to clear some distance between them and the Trojans.
Them in their own end zone, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Trojans will start with the ball in their own 33. And Max Palpet will be coming back out onto the field to start the second half as the quarterback for the Trojans.
Yep. Still looks like number 4 is out.
Yeah, that was a pretty serious injury he took in the first quarter.
Yep.
I don't even really see him on the sideline even.
Yeah.
I'm sure Derek Allen wishes he could be back out there right now.
Yep.
Palpet will be
Pass.
getting ready to throw, and he will miss
Miss
his
it.
target, number 13, Rovon Roberts.
Yep.
Junior. This has not been a strong start to the second half so far for Madison.
Nope.
Palpan will get it again. He will hand it off to Isaiah Casares. Who will be brought down. It will be third down for the Trojans. Third and 8.
Yep.
Looks like the Trojans will be throwing the ball on this third down. Probably a smart idea. Seeing how much ground they need to cover.
Yep.
Palpan getting ready to throw. He gets it off.
Ooh.
Oh, but it bounces right off of Vince Williams' fingertips and lands in the
Yep.
dirt. So it'll be 4th and 8 for the Trojans.
Seems like the Trojans are getting a little more distance. It's just they need to learn how to pick a target and stay with it instead of just blind throwing.
And yeah, it looks like the Trojans will just punt it away here, just giving up on this drive. Probably is the smartest idea they have. Number 22, Dante Sarasulo, will be running off the field.
Yep.
And it's kicked out, line drive kick, caught by number 12 for Sand Creek, Will Alexander. And he's on the other side of the field. He spins out a Trojan, but they bring him down.
Yep.
Will and Alexander and his brother John have been major threats to the Trojans this entire game. See if they can see if halftime gave them enough time to figure out how they could slow down the brothers.
Yep. That's the only thing that's hindering them from the game is because of them, because the Alexander brothers want to stay behind, but they always somehow move.
Ball will start on the Sand Creek 24 after the punt, by the Trojans.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Aggies. And it's John Alexander with it.
Yep.
He'll be brought down by number
5.
That will be Derek Windish, my bad. Derek Windish for the Trojans will bring John Alexander down. No, it'll be a holding penalty on Sand Creek, so So because of the holding penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 for Sand Creek. Replay first down.
Yep.
Or first and 9 actually. Ball on their own 25. And it'll be John Alexander with the run. Brought down quickly by number 42. Brought down by Dante Sarasulo.
9 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock.
2nd and 8 for the Aggies.
I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball.
And
5. Looks like they were taken down.
that was Jacob Alston with the run. Jacob Alston was brought down, but it will still be a first down for the Aggies. So far, they have a huge advantage in this game, 30-14. They're winning. And they're ready. It'll be Will Alexander with it, though he is quickly taken down. It doesn't look like he'll gain much of anything on the play. Brought down by Dante Sarasulo. It'll be 2nd and 7. Ball on 2nd and 7. Ball on the Sand Creek 37-yard line.
Yep.
Well, if there's any improvements that were made, it's that Sand Creek isn't marching at the field as fast as they were in the first half. Any improvements made on Madison's behalf, at least.
Yep. It seems like Madison finally came up with a very good strategy.
That'll be number 5. Oh, and he breaks the tackle and he's running. The 40, 30, and he'll be forced out of bounds. That was Jacob Alston with a huge run for the Aggies. Right, pushed out by Isaiah Casares. And we have a second Trojan down on the field.
Yep.
This has to be horrible for the Trojans. They lost number 4, Derek Allen, earlier in the game, and now they have a second teammate down on the field.
Yep.
And the trainer, John Babbitt, will run out to check on the player. John Babbitt is from Athletico Physical Therapy.
Yep.
It doesn't look like he's moving, so that's worrying.
Yep. Because when we saw number 4 get hurt, oh, there's an arm.
And he is pulled up. That'll be number 24. No, number 74, Davion Wheeler, being escorted off the field.
Yep.
Being escorted off the field. It doesn't look like he has much of a limp, though, which is good news.
Nope. But it looks like he's hugging his stomach or chest.
Or it's his arm that's hurt and he's just keeping it closed.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
It seems like more are getting hurt on Trojan team than Aggies.
That's the second Trojan injury we've seen this game.
Yeah.
First quarter was Derek Allen coming down, and now it's Davion Wheeler
Yep.
coming out for the Trojans. And John Alexander will fake the handoff. He'll break a tackle, but he'll be brought down by number 62, Xavier Sanford.
Yep. Oh. From what I could see from here, it looked like number 7, either number 7 or number 2 on the Trojan team, kind of went from the back to the front real quick before the whistle was blown, but didn't pass that line until the whistle was blown.
That would be Max Palpant.
Yep.
Alexander throwing the ball deep. No, the end zone pass will not be completed. It looks like it was to number 15, I believe. The pass was incomplete deep into the end zone, so it'll be second, 3rd and 9 for the Aggies. Ball on the Madison 28. I'm sure the Aggies wouldn't mind giving up a few plays with how big of a lead they have.
Yes.
And they're ready.
Oh, it looks like 74.
No, 14, John Alexander. Bulldozing through, but he is brought down.
Oh, it looks like 74 might actually come back into the game. Yep.
First down, Sand Creek, and it looks like Davion Wheeler might return back into the game.
Yep.
And Sand Creek get ready to start their next set of downs. It's 1st and 10, ball in the Madison 18.
Oh, and 74 is going back to the line.
John Alexander with the run. No. Will Alexander, my bad on the run, but he was brought down. 1st and goal for the Aggies, 4 yard. They're on the Madison 4 now. Madison 4-yard line. Touchdown Sand Creek after touchdown Sand Creek, so it'll be 36-14 now for the Aggies, and they will get the chance to go for 1 or 2 depending on what they want.
Yep. With 6 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock.
And they will be going for 2 again, it looks. They'll be going for 2 again, it looks like. The Aggies showing no mercy to the Trojans tonight.
No.
John Alexander, and they will.
Yep.
And they will punch it in, so 38-14 Trojans. And after that touchdown 2-point conversion, we will throw to break.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first, I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
And here we go. That was just, we are coming back from break now. It is now 38-14. Sand Creek with a 24-point lead over the Madison Trojans. And they are getting ready to kick the ball off back to the Trojans. And they are ready to go. The ball is up. Oh, it bounces over the Trojan's head, but he manages to get it back, and he still has a lot of room to run. No, he's brought down.
Yep.
That was a horrible miscue by the Trojans to just let the ball jump over his head like that. That was Vince Williams. That was Vince Williams for the Trojans getting the kickoff return. Number 88, Marcel Therio, will be running out onto the field now, as well as number 2, Max Paupan. Number 3, Zeus Casares, is being taken off the field.
Yep, with a little bit of a limp.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's at least 3 players hurt now, if you count number 74, who came back into the game.
Surprisingly came back. He just had a little shake up and then was able to get back onto the field.
Yep. And the handoff for the Trojans. Isaiah Casares with the run.
Oh,
nope, my bad. Dante Sarasula with the run.
Yep.
Tackle made by Jacob Alston. It will be second and...
Oh, number 11 looks like they're coming off too with a limp.
Number 11, that'll be Vince Williams coming off. And number 5, Derek Windish coming into the game.
Yep.
This just shows you the violent nature of football. That's
Yep.
4 different players we've seen leave with injuries now.
Yep.
See if the Trojans can recover from both their injuries and the large deficit that they're in right now.
Yep.
Halpan getting ready to throw. The ball is cut. No, he drops it, so it'll be third down. Flag on the play, though. We'll see what it is. It looks like a penalty on Madison. Madison has the illegal receiver, but Sand Creek will decline the penalty, so it'll be 3rd and 9 on the Trojans with the ball on their own 11.
Yep.
See if the Trojans can at least start to dig themselves out of this hole they dug.
Yep.
Looks like Palpat will be getting ready to throw it again. He hasn't been the most accurate of QBs tonight. He rolls out, he throws it past, tipped out of bounds, so it'll be an incompletion. The intended receiver was Rovon Roberts. So it'll be 4th and 9 with the ball on the Madison 11. Probably gonna punt it away here now, you think.
Yep. Ooh, number 11 is back on the field, but he still has that little bit of a limp.
Yeah, you can see him hopping slightly.
Yep.
I'm sure Coach Wallace of the Trojans is not very happy with the way his team has performed tonight.
No.
But you could say this team is in a bit of a high school rebuilding phase, considering last season they went 2-7.
Yep.
And they will punt it away. Sand Creek will just dive on the ball, so it'll just be spotted there.
Yep.
Ball spotted on the Sand Creek 32, which is where Sand Creek will start their drive. As I was saying, Madison is in a bit of a rebuilding phase, I guess you could say. They ended last season 2-7. Sand Creek ended their last season 6-3, and they went, though they lost in the first round of the playoffs, to Monroe State.
Yeah.
Monroe St. Mary, my bad.
Yep.
Sand Creek getting ready to start their drive here. This has definitely been a tale of two schools, one with a ready-to-go football team and one that's still looking for pieces. And the ball is handed off. And he will be brought. It'll be a fumble. It'll be... It'll be Madison ball after the fumble.
Yep.
So it'll be first attempt for the Trojans. On Sand Creek's side of the field, which I'm sure they enjoy. So 1st and 10 for Madison on the Sand Creek 29-yard line.
Yep.
That's the closest they've been to the end zone so far this half, with 5 minutes left to go in the third.
Yep. I think Sand Creek is actually trembling now because of how close Madison is getting. But I think Sand Creek thinks they're going to be able to pull this off.
Yeah, that's what you need is they're handing it off, and he is forced out of bounds. That was Dante Sarasulo with the carry.
Yep.
It took 2 people to bring Sarasulo out of bounds.
Yeah.
And it'll be 2nd and 2 for the Trojans. 4:53 left in the third quarter. So the Trojans are lining up from 2nd down here. And he is brought down. So not much going on there for second down, so it'll be third down for the Trojans. No, it'll be first and 10. He got just enough to get the first.
Yep. 4 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock.
So far, I'm sure Sand Creek is having a lot of fun with this game. It wasn't as close as their last game against LCS.
Yeah.
It was anywhere near as close. Which else? And Isaiah Sarasulo, the ball carrier, but he will lose 2 yards for the Trojans.
Yep.
They seem to be keeping up with him now. He managed to get off 1 or 2 big runs in the first half, but not much here in the second half at all for the Trojans.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would have a lot to say about that LCS versus Sand Creek game.
Yeah, it was really, really close. Ooh, we got number 2 is running down. Ooh, forced 3 offsides.
That will be Max Palpan with the scramble.
Yep.
Max Palpan, the quarterback, with the scramble. Will it be a first? No, it'll be a third down for the Trojans. 3rd and 9.
Yep. Madison looks like they're getting pretty tired, but they still got that fight in them.
And the Trojans lining up on 3rd down, see if they can get the 8 yards that they need to get the first. Or maybe the 17 for the touchdown.
Yep.
And it's given to Palpe. He's rolling out, getting ready to throw the ball. He chucks it. No catch, but there's a flag on the play.
Yep. With 3 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock.
We'll see what the flag is, see if it helps or hurts the Trojans.
Yep.
And it's a illegal receiver for Madison. Is the penalty accepted? Let's see.
It looks like the coach of Sand Creek is talking to the refs. Oh. Now they're discussing.
And now the refs are talking after the Sand Creek coach has a conversation.
Yep.
We'll see what's happening here.
Yep. Coach for the Madison is talking to number 2, probably trying to give him a new angle on what to play.
So the illegal receiver against the Trojans is denied, and it'll be 4th down.
Yep.
4th and 8 for the Trojans, ball in the Sand Creek 17. Though I'm sure considering the state the Trojans are in, they're going to go for it. They really need that touchdown. Field goal does nothing for them here. And it'll be 53, Brent Morton getting ready to playing center, getting ready to hike the ball.
Yep.
And they will be going for it on 4th and 8. Palpan with the ball, he chucks it into the end zone. No! The pass intended for Rovon Roberts missed, and it'll be a turnover on down. Sand Creek ball. 1st and 10 on Madison 7 on the Sand Creek 17-yard line. After that missed pass by Max Palpan.
Yep.
.331 left on the clock in the 3rd quarter. Sand Creek starting with the ball on their own 17.
Yep.
Ball is given to Will Alexander. And he runs straight for the sideline. There's
Ooh.
He managed to get enough for the first down for the Aggies.
Yep.
Zeus Casares, who was taken off the field earlier, is back, and he got the down. That was a 19-yard run for Will Alexander.
Yep.
First and 10 for Sand Creek on their own 36 now after the 19-yard run. They'll give it back to Will Alexander, and he has blockers.
He's going.
And he just trips around the 15-yard line. That was John Alexander breaking away for a huge run.
Yep. 2 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock. The Trojans really need to get in a touchdown here.
Sand Creek showing why they made it to the playoffs last year here against these Trojans.
Yep.
First and 18, ball on the Trojans' 16-yard line. Jason Lindsay coming into the game for the Trojans. Derek Windish coming off the field. Aggies are ready. Will Alexander with it. He stiffs arm a guy. And he is in the end zone. 44 to 14 now. Touchdown Aggies.
Yep.
This is just a complete show of destruction show of force by the Sand Creek Aggies here tonight.
Yep.
Trojans really not able to put up much of a fight against the Aggies, mainly the Alexander brothers.
Yep. Trojans really need to get some points up here.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they can stop the two-point conversion first, though.
Yep.
John Alexander will get it. And he will punch it in for two.
Yep.
And after that, we'll be throwing the break.
Is one of the elemental privileges of a free people, endowed as our nation is with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all. We approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
All right. And we are back. The Aggies getting ready to kick it away to the Trojans after their touchdown and two-point conversion was completed.
Yep.
Quite strong.
Looks like the Madison coach is trying to figure out new situations for the boys to play.
He really needs to do something here as it's 14. Kick it, and it's caught cleanly by number 3, Zeus Casares.
Yep.
The Aggies say they have the ball. And they do. It'll be Aggies' ball after the fumble by Madison's way. Careful.
Number 4 looks like he's up and walking, but I don't think he'll be able to play for the rest of this game.
An unfortunate sight for the Trojans. Is gone. 53 to 14 Aggies. Yeah.
Of the Trojans.
Yeah, the Aggies running up the score against the Trojans.
The Trojans would really they have to get a lot of touchdowns before they can catch up.
Understatement.
Yeah.
Alexander. And the 2-point conversion will fail. Or no, it'll succeed. So it's 55-14 Trojans, and we will be throwing the break.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
And we're back from break. It is a complete blowout in favor of the Aggies. 55-14 over the Madison Trojans here tonight at the Siena Heights football field. And Sand Creek getting ready to kick it away to the Trojans. Hopefully the Trojans can come up with something on this drive as they have been blank all quarter.
Yep.
And Sand Creek getting ready to kick it away. Go. And it's up, and Madison will get it. And he'll be trying to run it. He's past the 30. No, he's going in backwards.
Ooh.
And he seems to have broken away. That's number 3. Zeus Casares is running.
Yep. Oh, he's
no, it's
going.
number 13. Rovon Roberts returns the kickoff for a touchdown. 55-20 Trojans.
Yep.
Rovon Roberts breaking off a huge one. That should hopefully serve as motivation for a Trojans team in dire need of it.
Yes. This will hopefully be able, if they can play like that more often now, they might be able to easily pull past Aggie.
I wish. So it looks like Madison will just go for the field goal here. Yeah, it'll just go for 1 here after the kickoff return by Rovon Roberts. .56 will be coming off the field. Jacob Foster will be coming off the field. And oh no, he trips, but he gets the kick off, but it misses. 55, so to stay 55-20. And we will be throwing to break.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
All right, and we're back. The Aggies will be kicking it off to the Trojans again. Hopefully, in the minds of the Trojans, hopefully the next kickoff can be similar to the last one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to get a run, too.
And hopefully their kicker won't trip again. That was probably painful for the Trojans on the sideline to watch.
Yep.
the Trojans not sure what formation they want to be in yet, though the Aggies are ready to kick.
Yep.
Oh, and here they go. A minute 25 left in the third. The score is currently 55-20.
Yep.
Still a complete blowout in favor of the Aggies, but hopefully with that kickoff return for a touchdown, the Trojans have built up some momentum.
Yep. With 1 minute and 25 seconds on the clock.
And Madison will be kicking it away here. Number 11, Vince Williams, will be kicking it. And the ball is up. This time it won't sail directly out of bounds. The Aggies bobble it, but they pick it back up, though he is quickly brought down by the Trojans.
Yep.
Clock is ticking, though, so we'll see where they decide to spot the ball. First and 10 for the Aggies, a minute left on the clock. And they will spot it at the 25-yard line for the Aggies. So Sand Creek, in order to get a touchdown, has to drive a perfect 75 yards.
Yep.
Got it. 40 seconds on the clock now. Sand Creek ready to go. And it'll be Will Alexander breaking a tackle, trying to run for the sideline, but he is brought down just shy of the midfield marker. There'll be another first down for the Aggies with 24 seconds left on the clock. Oh, and there will be a penalty on Sand Creek, so it'll be a penalty on the Aggies, which will push the ball back to the 24-yard line, so it's 1st and 11 now. That run by Will Alexander being taken off the board.
Yep.
10 on the clock. Will they just run out the clock to end the third and roll into the fourth?
That's into the third quarter.
Yep, they will just run out the clock, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Aggies up by 35 going into the fourth, and we will throw it a break.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
All right, and we're back to start the fourth and final quarter of this game. It is currently 55-20. Sand Creek with a 35-point lead over Madison to start the fourth quarter. After the holding penalty was called to end the third, so it'll be 1st and 11 for Sand Creek on their own 24-yard line. And it's handed to Will Alexander, who has made a big run already, though he tripped, which gives enough room for the Trojans to take him down.
Yep. Looked like he was going to push through it, but then the second guy came in and full on just took him out.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes two people to take down one guy.
Yep.
So that will be another first down after the big run by Will Alexander.
Yep.
First down.
Clock ticking away here for the Aggies, which I'm sure they wanted to.
Yep.
hand it off to John Alexander, who busts away for a run that puts him at the 15. Seems like even the announcer on the field is getting sick and tired of this game.
Yep.
John Alexander for another first down for the Aggies.
Number 30 looks like he's either going off or going to talk to the coach.
Number 27, Jason Lindsay, coming off the field. Sand Creek getting ready to start with the ball on the Madison 15. See if they can hammer in another touchdown to erase the ones Madison got.
Given to John Alexander.
John's
still running. And he's in.
Touchdown Aggies, so it is now 61-20 in favor of Sand Creek.
Yep.
I believe. Yep.
With 10 minutes and 21 seconds still on the clock, Trojans still have a slim chance.
The Aggies more than tripling up the Trojans now.
Yeah.
They might pass their score they got last year, which was 62-6 victory.
Yep.
They might pass that barrier, the 62-point barrier. They're not going for 2, they're just going for the 1. We'll see if they can get it.
They didn't.
No, the kick misses. So the score will stay 60-20, and we will throw to break.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill, donate.
All right, and we're back. The last drive ended in a touchdown for the Aggies, though they could not make the 1-point PAT. So the score is currently 60-20 in favor of Sand Creek, with 10:21 left on the clock. Sand Creek getting ready to kick it off to the Trojans, though. I know how the Trojans want this to go. They want it to go to Rovon Roberts again, probably.
Yep.
Since he was the one who ran it in for a touchdown last time they got it. Or not last time they got it, but... And Sand Creek will kick it away. And it'll bounce off of Rovon Roberts and just go straight out of bounds.
Yep.
So the Madison Trojans will start their drive on their own 19. 10 minutes left in the clock. Even with this much time left, I don't think they're going to get 40 points.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Even the announcer knows that. He was just giving instructions on how to leave the stadium. And the Trojans are brought down after the play.
Yep.
Doesn't look like it'll be enough, so it'll be a second down for the Trojans.
Coach just called number 2 back over to him to talk to him about the play or what to do the next play.
Just a strong all-around performance so far by the Aggies.
Yep.
What even is an Aggie? Madison getting ready to go for it on 2nd and 10. We'll see what they try to pull out. Looks like he's getting ready to, he's getting ready to, Plan's getting ready to pass the ball. No, he tucks and runs. He almost trips, but he manages to avoid it. Dodges out number 44, and he will just run out of bounds with it. Good for the first down, so it'll be first and 10 for the Trojans after the run by the quarterback, Max Palpans.
63 is coming on to the field. And 73 is being moved off, and number 19 is being also put back on.
As well as 44 being taken off. Yeah. 8:15 on the clock. That is ticking away for the Trojans. And they hand it off. Will not be able to break through the brick wall. That is the Aggies defense.
Yep. 25 just came back on.
Dante Sarasulo with the carry. That will go for for 0. And
we got him.
Oh, we got an injured player here. Another injury for the Trojans.
What does that make that now? 5?
5 or 6, yeah. This is not how the Trojans wanted this game to go at all in any manner.
Yeah.
Both the trainers out there to check on him. Looks like a leg injury with the way they're stretching him out.
Yeah.
That is number 22 for the Trojans, Dante Sarasulo, one of their running backs that has been integral for what the Trojans have been able to manage tonight. And the Madison offense will go back out onto the field. 2nd and 10, ball on their own 35. See what the Trojans try to pull out now. Now that Dante Sarasulo is off the field, they hand it off. No, there's a play action. They throw it to number 11, Vince Williams. Completed pass to Vince Williams for the first down. Still 60-20 with the clock ticking away for the Madison Trojans. Trojans getting ready to start their next set of downs with 7 minutes on the clock. Palpet rolling out. He heaves it to 13, who makes the catch. And he will not be brought down. He will make it to the end zone. Rovan Roberts with the touchdown for the Trojans. 60-26 after the touchdown pass from Max Palpan to Rovan Roberts.
6 minutes and 53 minutes on the clock.
And it looks like the Trojans will be going for 2 here, which is no, they'll be going for just the 1-point conversion. It'll be number 11, Vince Williams, kicking it to try and score. Number 12, Skylar Lamley coming onto the field. The ball will be held by Max Palpan for Vince Williams to kick. It's up, and it is good. 60-27 for the Trojans. Sand Creek with a 33-point lead, and we will throw to break.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill.
And we are coming back from break now. The Trojans getting ready to kick it off to the Aggies. Their last drive ended with a touchdown pass from Max Palpan to Rovan Roberts. And then Vince Williams kicked the extra 1 point in, so it is currently 60-27 in favor of the Aggies still. Madison getting ready to kick it off here. Number 11 in front. And they'll just go for the kickoff. No onside. And they're going. The ball is, no, it's on onside. Picked up by the Aggies, and he just drops. Good, smart thinking by the Aggies there.
Yep.
So the Aggies will start with the ball on their own 43, though I'm not really sure they care where the ball stops or where it starts.
Yep.
At this point, they just want the game to end before they can lose a 33-point lead now.
Yep.
And the Aggies getting ready to start their drive here at their own 43. 6:50 left on the clock in the fourth. Oh, it's number 7 with the run, and he makes it quite a fair distance. That was Noah Benji with the run.
Yep.
Or Will Alexander, actually, my bad. First down on Madison's 46. Numbers 74 and 59 are coming off the field. That will be Davion Wheeler as number 74. Sand Creek getting ready to start their next first down play after the rush by Will Alexander. And they will try it again, but he will be brought down pretty quickly after he crosses the line of scrimmage. So second down for the Aggies.
Yep.
Second and 8 for the
6 minutes on the clock.
Second and 8 for the Aggies after the 2-yard rush by Noah Benji. Second and 7, my bad, after the 3-yard rush by Noah Benji. Clock ticking away here. And it'll be a loose ball. Will Madison pick it up, or will it still be Madison ball after the fumble by the Aggies?
Yep.
So it'll be first down for the Trojans. That's something. They got a touchdown in their last possession. Now they force a fumble out of Sand Creek. Could this be the start of something big? Could this be the start of something big, you think?
Probably, depending on if Madison plays their hand or cards they were dealt correctly.
Not the best cards, I'll say that much.
Yep.
Madison getting ready to start their drive. It's first and 10 on their own 45. Palpan will fake the handoff. He's getting ready to throw. He throws the ball, and it will be ruled incomplete for the Trojans. Yeah, it'll be ruled incomplete for the Trojans, so it'll be second and 10. .5:19 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Score is currently 60-27 in favor of the Aggies. Madison ready. And he is brought down pretty quickly there. I'm sure Sand Creek is enjoying what must be a cupcake game to them, especially compared to last week's close victory over Lenawee Christian.
Yep.
Clock ticking away, less than 5 minutes here left on the clock. guess this result only makes sense when you consider how much of an edge Sand Creek has always had over the Trojans.
Yeah.
And Palpan with the throw, it bounces off, so it'll be incomplete. So it'll be 3rd down now for the Trojans. 4th and 7. So it'll be 4.5 minutes left on the 4 minutes 31 left on the clock. Will they go for it on 4th and 7, or will they just kick it away? Kicking away would be tantamount to just surrendering here, so I doubt they'll kick it.
Yeah.
And it looks like they'll go for it on 4th and 7. Ball at the 40 on their own 49. We'll see what Max Palpan can pull out. He chucks it deep. Caught!
Ooh.
And he's running after the catch. Jukes a tackler. He breaks another. He is eventually brought down. That was Rovon Roberts with the catch.
Yep.
First down Trojans in Sand Creek territory with 4:17 left on the clock. It'll be specifically on the Sand Creek. So it'll be specifically on the Sand Creek 14-yard line. So Madison is in the red zone again.
Yep.
We'll see if they can get those last 14 yards, though, to hopefully put them in the 30-point range. Palpan fakes the handoff. He's rolling to his right. Pass incomplete. That looks like it was to intended receiver was Vince Williams.
Three minutes and 54 seconds on the clock.
3 minutes 54 on the clock after the incompletion from Max Palpan to Vince Williams. 2nd and 10. All right, and Madison will throw it again. No! Oh, it was almost intercepted by number 30, Gavin Elliott, but he dropped it. So instead of being a turnover by Max Palpan, it'll just be a 3rd down for the Trojans.
Yep.
That was. I'm sure Gavin Elliott doesn't feel too good about dropping what should have been an easy pick.
Yep.
Madison in the huddle trying to figure out what they want to go to next. 3rd and 10 on the Sand Creek 14-yard line. Motion. Palpan with it. He throws it to number 22. That was Dante Sarasulo. But Sarasulo just drops it. Seemed like a pretty accurate pass by Palpan, though.
Yep. Looked like he just panicked, thought someone was behind him, and then did like a quick toss, but nobody was there.
4th and 10 now for the Trojans. 3:45 left on the clock.
Yep.
You have to think they'll go for it, though. They would not be happy with just the 3 off a 31-yard field goal.
Yeah.
And they're going for it on 4th and 10. Motion by Dante Sarasulo. Palpan throws it. No, he gets it off. Picked off by the Aggies. That was Jacob Alston. No, it'll just be an incompletion, but either way, it's still a turnover for the Trojans.
Yep.
Turnover on downs, but with 3:35 left on the clock, you have to think Sand Creek will start doing as much as they can to just run it out. This result can be somewhat expected when you consider that Madison has only ever beaten Sand Creek 9 times since the two teams started playing each other in 1970.
Yep.
Sand Creek getting ready to start the drive on their own 14. 1st and 10. And he's brought down. Will Alexander is brought down, though. Will still be enough for a first down for the Aggies. 3:28 on the clock. And the clock is ticking away here. Ball on the Sand Creek 26. 13-yard run by Will Alexander. 3:10 on the clock, and it's ticking away here as the Aggies want it to. Given to one of the, and it's given away, and he manages to break a few tackles, though he is brought down. That was Noah Benji with the run. 2:40 now on the clock.
Yep. Oh, exchanging 7 for 5.
They're taking Noah Benji out and putting in Jacob Alston. Excuse me.
2 minutes and 17 seconds on the clock.
And number 5, Jacob Alston, receives the ball after the snap, and he is brought down by the Trojans. .204 left on the clock after that play. And Jacob Alston, first down for the Aggies. Jacob Alston is being taken off the field, and it looks like Noah Benji will be coming back in.
Yep.
Clock ticking away here. Now we're under 2 minutes. Bless you. Handoff play here to number 4, Gavin Porter, who is brought down with a hard tackle.
Yep.
And doesn't even seem like Madison is trying to stop the first downs anymore.
Nope.
Maybe they want this. Maybe they want this game to end as badly as the Aggies do.
Yeah.
Minute 15 now on the clock. 1st and 10. Ball on the Madison 48. Minute 5. Aggies ready. The ball is given, and he is brought down again. They aren't letting him get in the end zone. That was number 22, Tylen Waltz. Tylen Waltz with a 13-yard carry. Another first down for the Aggies.
Yep.
Less than a minute left on the clock now. Less than 50 seconds, actually. 45 seconds. Sand Creek will Porter with the carry, but it doesn't look like he'll get anywhere, so it'll be a second down for the Aggies. I'm not sure they really care with 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yep.
And it'll be a huge blowout victory, it seems like, for the Aggies, 60-27 as the final seconds tick away here. Yep, both teams are coming off the field.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive, sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers, helping student athletes develop.
while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should be positive role models and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
So first, can you tell us what motivated you and your players to just come out and steamroll the Madison Trojans tonight?
Well, that's a good football team that Madison came in, and it was a dogfight for a while. And we were just able to capitalize on some mistakes that they made, and we were able to execute our offense and defense successfully, and just continue to do the things that it takes to be successful.
Speaking of being successful, your team is now 3-0 on the season. How much of that do you plan to keep with you?
Well, we enjoy being 3-0, but we approach each week as if we want to go into the game and be 1-0 at the end of the game. So we're not counting our wins right now. We just want to approach each week, and on Friday night we want to be 1-0. So we're just taking one game at a time, one practice at a time, one rep at a time.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
I'm Ethan Langton here with the star player Will Alexander. So Will, can you tell me what kind of motivated you today to play as hard as you did?
They stuck with us the whole first half. It was a dogfight. We had to come out in the second half and make some changes. Brendan got that touchdown right after coming out at the half. It kind of inspired the whole team. People started blocking. People started doing their 111th. Everybody was doing their job. It just opened up holes, made my job easy, really.
What were your kind of initial thoughts, too, like before you even started playing, when you first stepped on that field?
It was nice. It's a nice facility. It's the first time since like 6th grade I've played on turf, so it was a whole new feeling, and pulled a big crowd. It was really nice, really fun.
Well, thank you for your time.
For the entire Lenawee Sports crew, I'm Logan Jenke saying thank you for watching this evening. The Sand Creek Aggies are victorious tonight, beating the Madison Trojans by a final score of 60-27.
Want to see if we're coming to your town? Get connected to the LISD TV on Facebook and Twitter for LSN broadcast schedules. Also, check us out on YouTube and subscribe to the LISD TV's channel to watch our other full game broadcasts. This has been a presentation of LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Wildcats are district champions. All or nothing right here. All or nothing right here. Throws it, and Morenzi pulls off the upset in overtime.